we will talk today about your fears, and I want you to tell me what are your fears about the marriage and marrying with Ukrainian lady and marrying at all. So please, guys, set me smile because it's 5 a.m. here in Kiev, and I'm trying to be, to look good and nice. So, and of course, I want you to remind about your comments that you can send me your specific questions, and I will read them and answer them right away. So you will know my opinion, or you will get some help from me. Yeah. Good morning, Maria. Yeah. Hey, Jamie. Michael Weaver. Yep. Hi. And of course, I want to tell about our Lucky 27 course, which is already almost booked. We have only 3 spots left. So, guys, if you want to work on your, if you want to improve actually yourself, and you want to get some stable and great results in your life, not only in love area, not only in relationships, but maybe in different life areas and contexts, please apply for I Want to Be Maria's one of Lucky 27, guys. And I will share with you my course, which contains 11 videos and exercises. And of course, the first 7 guys who booked this spot for them, they will get me on one-to-one Skype session, and we will work with their fears. I will work with their mind actually, and I will reprogram their brain, and we will install some good and working beliefs. We will work on our views, how we react to women, and we will find out what's the core problem actually, and we'll fix this issue. Okay, guys, just tell me for the first 2 minutes, what are your fears to marry a lady or woman, and what stops you from these actions? I just want you to know, because I have my some thoughts about this when I was getting ready for this session, and I wanna find out if I was right, or if I found the right answers for myself. I just want to double check myself actually, how great I am understanding you, and what else. I'm just curious. Why not? Because talking to people is much better than talking to yourself in your head. So yeah, I'll say that's great. I'm surprised that there are so many people now on this live session today. I don't know, maybe it's because of it's 10 p.m. in your Eastern time, and it's easier for you to spend some time for yourself, for your self-education. And I'm surprised. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate this. Yeah, so we have some comments here. Do Ukrainian women like Latina men from the Caribbean? Guys, sometimes I think that you have to you are paying attention to some small and little details instead of seeing the whole picture. And I want to ask you, would you like yourself actually? Because when you are a nice person, when you have this charisma, you have this energy of attraction, it doesn't matter what country you are from, what nationality you are from. You just want to be with this person or be around this person because you feel different, and that's what makes people like you actually. When somebody feels different with you, then and he or she gets something special when she's or he is around you. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Asian who live in USA, that they have a chance in finding a wife in Ukraine. Guys, it's just a self-limiting belief about, I don't know, may I find Ukrainian or may I find Slavic? Yes, you may, if you know what you want, if you know what you want to feel, and you have only one criteria in your in building and finding your relationships, and this criteria is, how do I feel, and do I feel great and amazing with this woman? That's all. Because when you have some specific techniques, for appearance of lady, and when you have like a checklist what she has to do, um, it will not work. You're not choosing some equipment, you're not choosing some um, car, machine, cell phone, or whatever. You are choosing a person, and first of all, you cannot change this person, or you are accepting with all the sides, both good ones and the weak ones, but you are accepting this. And when you have um, these points, this checklist in your mind, it means that you don't accept actually yourself. So I want you to ask, what are your fears according to yourself, and do you have relationships first of all with yourself? Do you have this harmony, balance inside of you? Do Ukrainian girls like Asian girls? What is that? Sorry. I'm not answering today about Ukrainian girls and liking Asian girls. It's not about this topic. So I want to delete this comment because it's weird. Okay, so I don't see any fears. You are so strong and powerful. That's amazing. But I would ask, why would you join today my live session if you have no problems, if you feel that you are full of energy, if you feel that you are strong enough to get the results which you want by yourself. So, guys, I don't see any honest answers here. Yeah, sorry, typing mistakes. Yes, guys. Okay, thank you for your correction. I cannot talk about the whole Ukrainian women opinion, but it depends on a woman. It depends on what she's looking for. And guys, just type me and tell me your fears. I'm sorry, I'm today like I'm jumping on my chair because it's 5 a.m. and I'm afraid that if I will be fixed in one spot, I will just I cannot hold myself in my hands because I have so many emotions now inside of me, and I'm sometimes really surprised how much weird stuff we have in our mind, in our brain, how much energy do we spend on our fears, on our intentions, and we are thinking how it might be, how it might happen, what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen, and we spend our resources on some things which are not even worth this attention. And yesterday I know I was working with my client who recommended me as a coach, and he was worried that if I'm a woman and I'm too young, how can I help him? And that's weird because sometimes people do not pay attention to the level of knowledge and education, but they pay attention to some life experience, to some, what else, year experience. I mean, he's ready to go to somebody who's 20-year-old who has 20-year-old experience instead of somebody who can who offers help. And that's weird how people are looking for some problems, and they try to multiply their beliefs in negative sides and problems. And for me, it seemed that these guys actually are not ready to work on themselves, and they are taking this responsibility to somebody else. So, is it true that real Ukrainians have darker hair? No, not blonde hair like Russians. No, it's not true. And weird questions, really. Is this your main fear? Honestly, I don't think so, but you are not looking, it's not a box. I mean, we are talking about appearance. We're talking about appearance, but really, I have no words, because I have just noticed this weird comment about sex, and guys, I don't know. I'm spending my time. I'm investing my time actually, and I'm getting ready for these courses. And I don't want to spend my time. I don't want to spend my level of knowledge to you and answering these questions about appearance, about sex and type of sex. Really, sorry, but that's not my topic. That's not my area. I'm just gonna delete it. Maria, this is off topic a bit. Sorry, I can't think of any fears, but do all 20-year-old Ukrainian girls have your level of maturity, or do you see yourself as different in Canada? I never see this. And do you see yourself as different? Okay, guys, we have different level of maturity. Let's mark it like this here in Ukraine. And please do not pay attention to the age, okay? Because some people, even in 60 or 70 or I don't know, 35, 40 years old, they are not mature. They're still children. They have these childish strategies in their minds. So they don't take responsibilities. They don't act like grown-up persons. So again, please don't be so attached to this age issue, because that's not important. You will not date with ID card, you will not date with passport, and you will not go with your age or her age with some sign behind you. So please, all you need is to ask yourself about, how do I feel? How does she make me feel? Yeah. Do I really feel like a man? And am I ready to give her something, what she's ready to take, and how she will behave when I might face some troubles, how she might react and help me if I might have some difficulties. Will she take care of me if I have some, I don't know, sick days, and will she be supportive? Yes. And okay, just ask yourself some questions, because sometimes I always talk with myself in my mind, and I'm trying always to step into my partner's position to understand how is he thinking about this situation, and how are his reactions actually, how are his feelings about this. And I'm trying to find these common spots. Doesn't matter, is it like my personal relationships only, not only with men, but doesn't matter. It can be parents, friends, my son, whatever. And the same, I'm trying to install to the mind of my clients the same behavior, both to men and both to men and women, because that's important. Because we always think about ourselves, what we want to receive, what we are fearing of, what we would like to get, or how we want to change this person, instead of asking on the one question, how do I feel? Do I accept enough or not? Maybe I'm well, when you are looking for somebody who's from different country, you will definitely face some issues according to mindset, according to historical, background. And first of all, you need to decide if this person is right who's sleeping next to you. Yeah, because when you are choosing these technical characteristics, yeah, when you have this list and it's all approved by your neocortex part, that's great, but you're gonna face some different life issues, some different situations, circumstances with a person. And this person has to be ready to share this with you, and you have to be ready to face some situations in her life too. And that's mutual, agreement, and that's commitment. What's next? My main fear is a cultural issue from how much of Ukrainian culture is close to American culture. It's totally different. It's not better, not worse, but different. That's what I've learned when I was getting ready to 1 year stay in the US. So that's different, and you will find definitely some big pros and some weaknesses, in Ukrainian culture. But anyway, we are. For me, it was about the deepness of emotionality, because Americans are more polite. They are smiling. They are ready to ask questions about your condition. They are much more open to provide some help if you need to. Well, that's my experience, personal. But Ukrainians, we have, this deep soul, and because we are, I don't know, we are heart open, and it's sometimes easy to identify what is our real nature, and because of this polite behavior, it's kind of hard to get inside the person's soul and find out what really is inside of this person. So comparing to this, I think that we are a little bit more honest with ourselves. Sometimes we are sometimes too straight, but that's can be taken as a big plus, but the big minus at the same time. It depends on the context where you might use this skill. Yes, and I actually have a lot of couples who are married Americans who married Ukrainian women, and they are happy, and and men feel that they are trusted, and he knows that she believes in himself, or that she believes in him, and she's inspiring him, and she's so around him. She's like what he told me. He compared that she's like like a smell. You cannot feel it, you cannot touch it, but you feel the smell, you hear it, and your emotional condition is becomes totally different comparing to emotional condition which he had before living with her. So guys, it's all about our emotional part. It's not about rational, it's not about resources, it's not about money, it's not about appearance, it's not about what else, about some specific type of behavior, about communication, and this and all this, I don't know, rational parts. No, it's only about more about emotions. Of course, you have to pay to some fundamental and basics, in relationships. And material part is, of course, it's important, and you need to discuss it with your partner anyway. But pay more to your emotional condition. How do you feel about this woman, and how this woman makes you feel, even on the first date, which we talked in previous live sessions. Yeah, what's next? They have beautiful blue eyes. I don't know, maybe not all of us have beautiful blue eyes. I've met Americans or Swedish, Swedish who have blue eyes too. So that's not the point. Okay, when you type that you or they, when they have blue eyes, it has some meaning for you. It has some value. Some value is standing above this, above this appearance. And when you are looking for a person with some criteria to appearance, it means that you have some values which are on the top, but you cannot see it because you are too detailed on this level, and you have to go up and ask yourself what this appearance means for me. Maybe this reminds me about my mom, or maybe this reminds me about somebody who was taking care of me. So that's some little key and hint for you to understand what really matters, and why do you want this concrete and specific detail in women's appearance. And soft skin, yes. Again, so what does it mean, soft skin, to you? Is there any chance to get a long distance relationships with Ukrainian girl? It is. I know couples who spend like a year or year and a half before they get married, and she moved to the US, so it works. On the level when you are communicating and you are trying to find out how great you are, you can be connected. Yep, that works. Anyway, everything works what you believe in, even your fears, okay, which you have. You believe that you have such fear, and you believe that you are not, I don't know, worthy. You believe that you are not good enough, or whatever. Anyone know her name? Whose name? My name? My name is Maria. I want you to remind again, and I'm not from Sumy. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine, and that was all the question. Guys look more fashion and prettier than Ukrainian girl. Do he has chance, or I don't know. I cannot follow this. I cannot catch your main thought. Okay, guy looks more fashion and prettier than Ukrainian girl. Do he has? Okay. This guy looks more fashionable, yeah, and prettier than Ukrainian girl. Does he has a chance, or Ukrainian girls only like masculine guys who look like bodyguard on the can who look like bodyguard that can protect them. Guys, it's your labels, marks, beliefs, and blah blah blah. And who said that you are prettier? And who said that you are, well, actually in appearance we use handsome according to men and pretty according to women, as far as I remember from English. So first of all, you have to identify who you are comparing to. If you are comparing your appearance to a woman, that's kind of silly, actually. And if you are paying attention that much to your appearance, I want to ask you actually, do you believe that you can attract a good person or a good woman without your appearance? Or if you are so over this appearance, are you ready to see this soul and some person? Well, are you ready to see this soul and to see individuality, personality inside this appearance? Because you are paying only to like a wrapping box, and you don't even sometimes want to open what is inside this box. So I now understand why some people are still, prefer to be alone and prefer to stay, to keep themselves away from relationships, because they are not ready even to deal with themselves, not with other person. So that's kind of sad. My greatest fear is to marry Ukrainian, and then after she gets her green card, she will leave. So I feel like I need to put her enough to put her through the test, test her. Well, that's normal, and that's great to have some, tests, and not to get some negative results, and not to improve your belief, like, oh, I knew this girl needed only green card from me, or this girl needs only money or my resources or my, I don't know, my support, or she used me like this. No, you need to see how she will behave in different situations, and ask yourself, okay, Jayed, I don't know, is it name? I'm sorry if I don't spell it right, pronounce it right. So answer yourself, if I'm seeing this and I see her behavior, and I see that in some situations she reacts like this, and in some situations she behaves like this. Am I ready to deal with such as a person who has such strategies, who has such behavior, and who has some thoughts? Because when we fear about something, it means that we put our energy into this fear, and we multiply this fear instead of multiplying interest, instead of multiplying our belief that we can, that we deserve, that we are. We will meet this person who lives somewhere in this world only for us. We multiply our fear and make it grow, and this fear attracts the same person with the same fear, because you are vibrating. You have this sound. It's like radio. When you turn on, you are looking for some wave, and person had the same wave. And when we fear something, we have some specific wave, and we cannot be connected, or we cannot have catch different wave of love, wave of happiness, of I don't know, attraction, because we have this different sound, which makes some noise, and makes this sound dirty and doesn't go well. So that's why I'm so concerned to improving yourself first, to change your wave, to upgrade yourself, to improve your inner sound inside of you, to make this orchestra inside of you to play one melody, and then you will meet the person who has the same sound inside, and in this way you of course you will have fears. Everybody does, and that's normal part of our brain, because our amygdala has to work somehow, and it's really necessary for us. But in this way, the amount of voice of of voices, not voices, the amount of the power, the power of our amygdala, of our fear, is much smaller than the amount, of energy of our belief, of our love, of our acceptance, and our respect. Because that's how it works. What else are your questions? Greatest fear. So, again, it's great to test. I mean, it's not great to test. It's great to see how a person behaves in different situations. As I said before in my previous live sessions, you can go for a vacation to a different country. You can send some presents to her and see how she reacts, how grateful she is, how on the first date you can, or on the second date actually, you can find how she looks at you, and how this look is congruent, with her meta message, with something which she sends, but she doesn't say it. I mean, it's non-verbal communication. It's higher, communication than verbal, because with words we can say something, but in real life it may turn to totally different behavior, totally different actions. So of course it's great when you pay attention not only what a person says, but what she does, how she behaves, what she feels, what do you feel with her, and much more details. Okay, you have to be detailed in different area, but you are guys sometimes too detailed in appearance. But in appearance, you have to say that, okay, I'm accepting such type of weight, I'm accepting such type of age gap, and I am accepting some variety of, I don't know, interests, beliefs, values. That's important too. But in behavior, you are opening this box and you are starting to be more detailed and pay more attention to what are her mechanisms inside her mind, because you will live with this mechanism then later. So how much for personal Skype, so I can discuss my problem with Ukrainian girl? Just I don't know, I will leave maybe my email here under this video, because it depends on your situation, because some situations can be fixed in 15 minutes. And because there is no deal at all, I'm just working with your focus, and put your focus to a different level, so you are starting to pay attention to different parts. And some relationships can take several sessions, so that depends. I'll just leave email here in comment box, and you can send me your problem, and we will discuss. Привет, Maria. Yeah, thank you. Jose, I think. Yeah. Very intelligent and well-spoken advice from you, Maria. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. And I think she was trying to steal my money from wallet. I don't know. Okay, guys, when we fear about money, when we fear that she needs me only for money, or she needs me because I have good looking house, and when because I have some, I don't know, good year revenue, whatever. I want to ask you, why would you behave like this? That she is more focused on your resources, on your money, on your achievements instead of you. Do you value yourself without this money, part of your life? Are you appreciating yourself enough? Are you respecting yourself enough? Because sometimes we feel that we are worthy when we have only some additional, options and some additional bonuses with us. But that's not true. I mean, money, you can have money today, you may not have money tomorrow, and you may have money in like 1 month later, even bigger money than you had yesterday, or I don't know, 5 months ago. It's all about, it goes up and down, up and down. So it's not kind of stable. I mean, it might be stable in the US, but not that much. Actually, it's not stable. It's not like, one line which grows, growing up all the time. No, money, time, health, it's always about up and down. And you need to find a person who will be ready to deal all your ups and downs with you, who can be happy, and who can share this joy with you. And a woman who makes you feel like a man, who will raise your testosterone, who will raise your hormones. A woman who's attractive, who has this light inside herself, and a woman who will make your fear less, yes, and will raise your level of love, of acceptance in you, and make you feel totally different. And sometimes you may not even realize it, but if you ask yourself, how do I feel with her, and how do I feel without her, is totally two different persons. That's actually what matters. Because, and the main key of long-term relationships, doesn't matter is it like international relationships or not, is be ready to let this person go, and be ready if you have some arguments, if you have some misunderstandings, be ready to start all over again on the next day. So it's not about, you find this person, you are adapting it, this person, how somehow to your lifestyle, to your beliefs, to your behavior, to your religion, whatever. It's not a vax, and um, it's not um, it's not some material which you can use to make something and just put it on your desk and use it. No, it's the same life person, the same with interests, with hobbies, with emotions. So, and it's about being ready to deal and find these common spots to find, and find these, to find these agreements between you, agreements in interests, agreements um, in commitment. It's not about 50-50. Sometimes you give 70% to her, sometimes you receive this 70% to her. Because marriage works when you guys, you are ready to give sometimes more than to receive, and sometimes you receive much more than you were ready to accept. So that's what I'm seeing in couples who are happy, who are satisfied, who of course have some troubles, some negative moments, but anyway, they are overcoming this, they are dealing with this, and they are happy. I have missed some. Is it hard to find? I think this is last comment which I have read. Yeah. So again, if you fear that something will happen, it means that you need this fear to explode. Yeah. So it will stop working because we have this narrow ways in our brain, and our um, our hormones, they walk through this path, and we need this path, this I don't know, these ways to make them bigger and to make them explode, so they will stop working for us. So I will give you the technique to work with fears when we will be finishing our live session. And I'm still spending some time for your comments. Is it hard to find a girl who speaks English well, and find percentage of uh, and what percentage do you speak English well? Well, actually, all of my friends, all my women who are Ukrainian, they speak English, like intermediate, pre-intermediate. And anyway, that's not a big deal. If a person wants to be ready for international marriage, if she found this, yeah, that's my man, I want to marry him, and I'm accepting his negative parts, I'm accepting his problems or issues, and he's accepting my negative sides. I'm ready to invest my money. I'm ready to invest my time to learn English, to learn Turkish, to learn Spanish, Italian, because a lot of women, they learn languages because they like it. And I have a friend who learns Italian now because she likes the sound of Italian language. And of course she likes Italian men, but that's not the purpose of learning foreign language. That's she likes it, it makes her inspiring, and that's why she is going for it. Because she has this totally different emotional condition when she hears this language. And the same with Turkish, the same with I have a lot of friends who are Ukrainian women, actually, who married Korean guys, and they live. One couple lives here in Kiev because he's working for international company. And actually, what's the big pro of international marriage is sometimes you learn more about your country, about your culture, about your historical background when you have somebody who doesn't know anything about your cultural code, because she is learning, and sometimes she is valuing your culture, your traditions more than you. And that's what I'm seeing, that some women are more Korean than they are more Ukrainian, because their men, their husbands are Korean, so they are paying more attention to traditions, to holidays, to cuisine, to, I don't know, to legends, whatever. So she is more Korean, and he is open-minded, and he knows more sometimes about Ukrainian culture, about Ukrainian traditions, about Ukrainian music than she is, and that's like and that's perfect match, actually. Depends on the city. I guys, don't be so crazy about this percentage, about these numbers, because it's just some food for your neocortex part. Okay, you found out how much people, yeah, how much, what is the level of what's the percentage of English speaking people, and what's next? What was this information for? Does it make you feel happier, or does it make you feel fearless? Yeah, or did it make you feel more comfortable? Actually, no, but your brain just received some information to keep itself busy, and that's all. Do you think village girl could be better than fashion type from Kiev? It depends what you are looking for, really. Somebody is too crazy about fashion, somebody is too crazy about appearance, but when you are crazy about appearance and this fashion, it means that you pay 100% to appearance, and you have no credits, for this inner part, and that means that you are not ready to discover it in yourself first of all. And I feel sometimes sorry about such type of behavior, because it means that you are taking your responsibility of your happiness and give it to different person, instead of taking this responsibility and be in charge of your life and somehow uh, start dealing with yourself first of all, instead of go into relationships, having some negative experience, get this experience, then put some negative beliefs, self-limiting beliefs in your mind, and then you are ready to mark that such type of girl or such type of women are like this. No, it's your perspective, it's your point of view. You have installed some filters, according to appearance, according to character of somebody, because you once had some experience, you once had some um, difficult situations in your life, and now you are using all filters from your background, and you see the whole world today with this type of filters. So sometimes I just want to shake such people like this and throw away all these weird and not working good filters in your mind. If you have found someone on another side, can you help me with her? Well, I can help you, but depends on how do you see my help in your situation. I'm coming to Ukraine to find my soulmate. That's great, but I want to ask if you have found your soul before you will find your soulmate. Because when we are looking for somebody, we need to know who we are, what are our values, what are our good sides, what is our strengths, what is our what we are grateful for, and what for we respect ourselves. Maria, I'm concerned that my Canadian politeness, we are overly polite. Yep, I know. Maybe perceived as weakness by Ukrainian lady. Okay, Jamie. There is a hint for you. You can. You might pay more attention to a woman who has traveled, or who maybe had some experience to live in a different country, or maybe who might learn different, historical backgrounds or different countries, or maybe I don't know, maybe she will be just open-minded, because when somebody thinks that politeness is a weakness, it means that she is not open to. Well, it means that she sees like this, and you need to find a person who will look the same direction as you, and because if she moves to Canada, all people are polite and all people act like this, and you need a person who will be ready to take this skill of your nation, of your country, and use it in a good way, not to manipulate or not to see as a weakness this skill, but you just need to find well, first of all, you don't have to worry about this, because you just need to find a woman who will appreciate this anyway. And you need of course, you need to improve your skill to sometimes to tell the truth and to tell your real opinion instead of being polite, because this politeness might work in two different sides. It might be, sometimes it's great when you are polite, and sometimes this skill plays against you when you are too polite and you cannot express and show your real opinion and your real emotion. And in this way you are starting to raise this anxiety inside yourself, and you are destroying your emotional health in this way, and you are actually destroying your body with negative emotions. And because you just cannot tell what's bothering you. So I would just I would just I would play with this politeness if I were you, and just improve the skill of we call it in NLP first position. When I have my own opinion, when I have my own point of view, and I'm using this position to deliver the message which I want to deliver, not only in emotional way, but in the way where I can receive some good result for me. So I hope I gave you some information. Long term, my character will show through. But do you think this something I need to be concerned about early meetings? You look like you are waking up now. No, I don't know. So, do you think something I need to be concerned about it? No, you just have to be yourself, because when I remembered what I wanted to say today to you guys. First of all, when we are pretending to be somebody better than we are, it means that we are staying on our toes, and to seem higher and seem better than we are. But how much time will you stand on those toes? Not much, not long, yes? So I want you to to be relaxed and stay on your feet, and be calm, and feel yourself confident enough, and not pretending, because when you are pretending, of course you will attract the same person who pretends. But you need a person who is natural, because you will like her for her natural skills, for some moments by her nature, not for some appearance, not for her fashionable good looks, whatever. So that's why I don't want you to pretend. And there is no strategy. Well, there is a lot of strategies, and you can even find it in YouTube, how to be a good manipulator, how to attract a girl, any kind of girl, how to use girls, how to use women. On YouTube there is so much information about this. But guys, do you want quality or do you want quantity? It's totally two different types of behavior. Because it's great when you have, I don't know, in your memory 100 girls who you slept with, but when you will be 80, would you be satisfied with this quantity of girls? Really? I don't know. I'm not sure about this. So it's up to everyone, but for me, it's kind of destroying strategy. Dun, 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 dun. But what troubles me is her behavior. I found Ukrainian. It's 5 a.m. Yes, it was 5 a.m. when we started live. I found a Ukrainian girl, but what troubles me is her behavior. Okay, Derek, just type me what's your situation. Derek, that sounds like a good song name. Yeah, especially when she hangs out with her friends. I have seen in her Instagram. Anyone seen what sly angler? I don't know what is sly angler. What am I supposed to think when these Ukrainian girls step over the boundaries when it comes to being friends? Okay, you can just set the rules and ask her to, when you are with her, to put away her cell phone and pay attention to you, because it's that's your value and that's important for you. And of course, first of all, you need to express your emotions about this situation. What do you think? Or a step over the boundaries, I mean friends to physical with each other. I mean, that's depends on what physically they step with each other or what. But these Ukrainian girls I see don't value themselves if they call themselves traditional. Okay, you are there. That's your main kind of I don't know, trap. You are having one experience and you are labeling, you are marking all Ukrainian women behaving like this. No, it was only one situation or one person who behaved like this. Maybe she was immature, maybe she had some difficulties, maybe you understood it in a wrong way, maybe there are a lot of maybes which may influence on your opinion. So that's why I cannot judge and I cannot give you the specific solution. But if you ask yourself, am I satisfied with this or not? And you can ask yourself, do I accept this or not? That's if you don't, if you are not happy with such behavior, it means that that's not your person. Keep going and look for a different one. And also ask yourself, maybe this girl shows you somehow to your negative sides of your personality. Yes, maybe you were behaving like this because sometimes we are angry and we are bothering with something in different people when we don't accept something in ourselves. Of course, there are a lot of um, there are a lot of factors which influence on this, but and I try to look on this situation from a different perspective and give yourself some advice. If you were like 10 years older, how would you react on this situation? Because that's one of the best actually solutions and techniques to find the right answer for yourself first of all. Okay. I will have lost the last comment. There are a lot of comments. So guys, please do not talk with between yourselves, because there is like some chat inside of our live session, and it's a little bit bothering me. And for me, it shows some disrespectful behavior. Yeah. Ukrainian men told me most good women in Ukraine come from Moldova. Ugh, nah, no. a small town, old school, traditional, and knows her place in comparison to women from the city. What's your opinion on this? Well, guys, really, that's totally somebody's opinion which you are admiring and putting above. So do not make this, do not make some people, um, don't give them authority to be a judge or to be above you. No, that's only his point of view is based on his experience, on his background. Please do not take something small and use it for yourself. No, ask yourself if I am satisfied with this, or what am I thinking about this. I mean, you, not me. What is my opinion on this? Guys, there are a lot of totally different women, men in different countries, in every country, and you may find scammers, you may find good people, you may find, you know, shy and embarrassing, and some, you know, these tender women in different countries. It depends what you are focused on. If you are focused only on negative, if you are focused only on finding problems and troubles, I mean, not your rational part, but your elephant, yes, your subconscious mind. If you are not working with yourself, first of all, it means that you cannot find. Okay, uh, let's go to some flora and fauna topic. I mean, there are totally different animals in this world, and you need to find out to identify what is your animal. So when you are identifying your own animal, you can find the same animal in a different person, and you can be, you are attracted, of course, because our limbic system is in charge of attraction, and it's in charge of this physical chemistry. And when you have this physical chemistry, and when you have some common interests on your mind level, and you feel like, "Oh, my heart is open for this person," in this way you will get good relationships, long term and good ones. And in this way it means you found the person who will be with you. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter what you are fearing about, doesn't matter what you are experiencing about. She will stay with you, and she will be with you. Because if you lose money, she might go away. If you will have some health problems, she might go away. You need to learn how to look with your heart, but not with your brain, because in brain relationships, in relationships, brain is not your advisor, and somebody else is not an advisor too. So do not use somebody's opinion about Moldova, about small town, about whatever. You need to find your soulmate. You need to find your person who will make you feel like a man. And what are your meaning to feel like a man? It's so individual, and it's up to you. So ask yourself, how would I know? How would I identify if I'm feeling like a man? What would it be? How I can feel it? How I can, I don't know, how I can touch? So again, it's kind of too general question. Go for the girl who owns chicken. That's that's a good girl. No, guys. Okay, you will find a girl who owns chicken. What else? Do you have common interests with such girl? If you love chicken, of course you might, and these relationships might work. I mean, just I want you to remember, if you have friends around you because they are, I don't know, because they can give you some profit, or you have friends around you because you have some common jokes, because you feel relaxed, because you have some good moments, and you know that they can support you, and they accept you, and you accept your friends too. The same is in relationships with a woman. It's not totally different. And disturbing to see Ukrainian It's disturbing to see Ukrainian women behavior and sexuality towards to their friends. Okay, if you don't like this behavior, please uh, tell it, tell this her, and just keep looking for a different person. I mean, why does she allow? You don't have to ask why does she, why does she. No, ask yourself why do you see this, and stay and seeing and watching this. Why do you react like this? Because when we have such questions in our minds, why does she, it means you are not taking responsibility of your life, and you are putting this responsibility, this focus, to a different person. So ask yourself, why do I? Okay. um, Ukrainian women born and raised on a farm are better than city women. No, we are not. We are not worst. We are not better. I mean, it's not because, well, I am raised in a small town. I lived in Moscow for several years. I lived in the US for 1 year. Now I live in Kiev for 10 years. And guys, it's your labels, it's your marks. Please, it doesn't matter. You need to find a person who is mature, who has a level of consciousness, and who has some interest, and who are a personality, but not a girl who was raised somewhere. No. Oh, my friend Eddie my friend Eddie been to Ukraine a lot. He says, go for second or third tier smaller Ukraine city. But I don't know. I don't understand it. But I guess it's the traditional I have in my head of this non-traditional modern Ukrainian girls. Um, Girls like the girls from the West. Okay, when you were looking for a girl, how old she was? I mean, this girl who you have some problems or such experience. I don't know, because 20-year generation now, it has different values. It has different um, I don't know, points of views, and sometimes I am Ukrainian and I don't understand what are they valuing in their lives. I see only believing in Instagram and the power of money. I don't see any life values there. What major cities should I stay away from? You have to stay away from your fears, and I promised you to give you some technique when we finish. I asked Maria several questions. She hasn't answered any of them. Okay, what's major city I should stay away from? We don't have war here, or we don't have like angry people here in Ukraine where you have to stay away from. If I don't answer some questions, it means that I'm lost in comments, and you can copy and send them again. So, because I'm a human too, and don't put me like higher than I am. I'm a person, and I have some mistakes too. So, guys, tell me, am I going crazy or not? Because it's what I've seen from Ukrainian girls. Derek, it means that you are filtering your mind. You are focusing only on some negative sides. I mean, you have to work with yourself first of all, and then you will see how the world will change around you. Because when I'm waking up and I'm in a bad mood, of course I will find during the day a lot of things which will make me feel much worse. So it's playing with your focus. And when you fear something, it's again, you believe that you fear, even if you don't experience it, and there is no obvious things and arguments to believe in this. You are keeping yourself overwhelmed with these emotions, and you are feeding your fear with your energy. I walk in a humble man's shoes. Sorry. It's the only way to make your soul naked. I don't know what's humble man's shoes, but your soul naked when you are honest with yourself, and you are saying to yourself that I need a woman because of this, and I'm valuing this in relationships, and in this way it will work. Maria, you speak such great wisdom. I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you. I'm not a wise person. Well, as far as I think, I'm just sharing my experience and my knowledge with you. Maria, question: should I test the Ukrainian woman when dating as a strategy to remove the bad women? Yeah, I think you might have some, tests and some examinations for women, and that's normal, because in this way you are filtering. It's like gold diggers. I mean, in traditional way, when you have some material, you are starting to filter it to find the real diamond. So the same is here. You need only one diamond, you need only one woman, so that's why you are filtering all these people who are coming to your life. Should I go for a small town for a wife? If you believe that you will find there a wife, yes. Hear your inner voice, because sometimes it's much more wise, and and this voice can give you a lot of much more information than our brain, which sometimes plays different games with us. Many scams everywhere, but what town are my odds better? You need to find a woman, first of all. I mean, it doesn't matter where she's from. Use agencies, use profiles, go for Facebook searching, go for Instagram searching. I mean, there are so many options now, guys, that you can use, and this may help you. So go for use agencies, first of all. Yes. Don't put these pink glasses on your eyes, and be open, be realistic, first of all. And you are not going somewhere to look. You are going, I don't know, I'm just trying to explain it in the right way. Just, I don't know, that's hard for me to explain in English, because I'm not great in instant translating, so again, you need to find a woman, and it doesn't matter where she's from. I mean, if you come to a town, it doesn't mean that you will find a woman instantly. No, you may live in Ukraine for a while. You need to know our mentality before you will find out the appropriate one. So it's like puzzle. You need to find the puzzle, not only with the perfect shape for you, the right shape, appropriate, but the puzzle who will fit with you in colors, in the whole picture, and in this way you will get some results. So it's about finding. There is no proven no proven, strategy. It's all about searching and being open. It's not negative side. It's what I see happens. But I mean, it's subjective, Derek. It's subjective. When you see something, it doesn't mean that it's a statement. No, it's your personal opinion about what you see and what's going on. It's your personal again. I'm not trying to be defense. I'm not trying to protect somebody. No, but it's your subjective point. So if you don't like this, don't go for it. If you find some, but okay, and if this woman is too young, maybe you have to I don't know, to cut out this age preference in your checklist, because there are so many factors which can give you such results. I mean, I don't know your situation. I don't know I don't know your background. I don't know your mind. I don't know your programming code in your mind. Okay, so I cannot tell you the right answer for you. First of all, Maria, my greatest fear is that a wife will marry me and then divorce after getting her United States permanent residency. My another fear is that she will fall out of love, although marriage is commitment. Well, that's why you need to be grown up. That's why you need to be mature first of all. Yes, because what? Because of what? Oh, it's kind of hard for me. Second hour of talking with myself. When you, okay, that means that if you were this woman, you would use yourself only for money, for security, for visa, for this US permission. I mean, do you value yourself without this? If you were not from the US, if you were not the citizen of the United States of America, would you value yourself? I mean, when we fear, it means that we are not accepting ourselves in 100%. I love Ukrainian pancakes, so it's requirement in life. Yes, that can be requirement, but it could be it can be a good. Well, okay, no, pancakes. It's great, but when you find a person and she is ready to make something good for you, she will cook these pancakes for you, and it doesn't matter if she could do this before or she will learn how to do this. No, it's all about learning and commitment. Jayed, I'm 32 years old, but I like to look at things from a positive and negative. And when I say negative, I mean realistically. I know I do not live in a fantasy. Okay, that's great. Good to hear from you, Jayed. But for me, it sounds you sound more like rational guy, like logical, like too realistic somehow. And sometimes love and relationships are about miracle and about belief. It's not about being. It's not a business, It's not like a contract. So again, you need to be more maybe flexible. I don't know. I cannot give you this like instant hint how to behave. Ask yourself what I want from these relationships, or ask yourself what I want to feel, or ask yourself how I find out that this woman is my woman. So I want you to, to go for some emotional conditions, because we sometimes we want something, but we are too afraid of letting this in our life. Told her how I feel about the way she has behavior, because I'm serious about her. Okay, if you are serious, just tell her how do you feel and see how she will react and how she will respond to your message. Be right back. Okay, sounds like scammer, Derek. Guys, please do not put your opinions and do not put your labels on some situations. It's only situation, and that's his experience. And now you just make him fear more, and it doesn't help him actually. Did you meet your dream connections? Okay. Do you value myself? I do value myself, but realistically, bad things do happen in real life. I have to take precautions so that doesn't happen. But I can never 100% know what all scams and no with all scams and trickery. Of course, you need to pay attention to your security and take some precautions. That's normal, and that's great that you are already doing this. But also you need to believe that you will find a person who will not who will approve your who will approve a different level of beliefs, of your beliefs. I decided to meet Ukrainian lady, but my first experience was not good for my communications in between us. Misunderstandings grow up. So, Hassan, maybe you need to look for somebody who is in your country, because international relationships means it's a hard work anyway. She's really good person, but the barrier on our conversation goes strong, and now I try to find the physical chemistry and frequency about life for sure, because it's normal that changes ups and downs. On a while I found the right one, has begun to learn the Russian language, in is the alternative way to choose and be chosen for what we both are. The way now is a little more clear that first time. Well, I don't know where you are from, and I'm just curious how old you are. But again, don't be afraid to talk with your woman. If you feel that she is the right, try to find, these common spots. Try to talk to her. Try to don't be afraid to discuss. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts about your future, your common future. Be open. First of all, you need to know what will make you happy. You need to know what you are ready to do for her, and what makes you happy. To find this common key happiness. So it's all about finding this common way, and about commitment, and about discussing, about communication, because a lot of couples, they do not communicate. It doesn't matter if they have some language problems or not. They do not communicate because they are too afraid of, or because they know that the partner will behave like this and react like this. No, it's only our subjective point, and it's only in our head. When we seem to know that this man or this woman will react like this. Just make this one step forward and ask. Sometimes communication solves a lot of problems, and breaks all the barriers which we create actually in our mind. Yes, I will ask myself these things. I appreciate you answering my questions. Like I said, I like you. I like you. You on my good side. Thank you. Could be bro. Just go to see how she responds. Just be careful. Derek Joe talked about this. You are from Venezuela. Okay, guys. I will just. I spent a lot of time on your questions, and I would want just to remind to be subscribed to this channel. And I think this is my last live session, at least for this week for sure. And I have only three spots left in my free trial course, where we will work on our mind and improve ourselves, and not only in love area. And I want to mention again that you will receive 11 videos from me, and I will ask you to make this homework. And because when you are doing something, when you have real practice, it means that you will have some real results. Because when you are listening to something and you are just imagining in your mind, nothing happens that much in real life. It's what I'm experiencing myself, and that's what I see in my clients. And I promised you to share a technique for to work with your fear. So first of all, take some fear, try to picture it, just try to imagine in your mind, and see and try to to go into this picture. Try to go to be associated, in this picture. Try to try to make this picture as real as possible as you can. Okay, and make this image, this picture, larger in your mind, and make larger again. So, and keep going, increasing and multiplying this picture or image. Of course, you will raise your level of emotions in this way, and see that the whole room or space where you are in is full of this fear and full of this of this image, and make it larger and larger and even bigger, and multiply it till the size of the universe. Make this fear like the whole world. So make it as big as possible, so you can so in this way, our brains will stop to will destroy this fear. Because when you see that this image is so huge and it has no boundaries, there is one button in our body when we feel, okay, this fear is so big that I'm not afraid of this anymore. And you need to feel, you need to find this button in your body and to find this button in your mind. When you turn off this fear, because you are so associated, you are so into this image, and you are dealing with it. You are not trying to protect, you are not trying to run away, you're not trying to find some solutions. You are in this fear. What's next? Yeah. So when you are in this fear, and this is so big and so huge, and there is no frames, no boundaries, it means sometimes that fear stops to be fear of you. So in this way, you can turn off this this reaction of your body to this fear, and it turns to be only a picture, and there is no emotional attachment to such a picture. Okay. I guess we won't get those Skype sessions if she doesn't give it out. I will just send my email. Okay, and you can just send me what you want. Any questions if you want to, because that's my personal one, and you can contact me and send me what you want. Okay, guys, I just want you to thank you for spending this time with me, and I think it's our last. And yeah, and and I have only 3 spots left in my free away course. And yeah, we have morning here in Kiev, so I'm gonna have my day today started, and please, please be open to work on yourself. Be open to improve yourself first of all, and make yourself sometimes fearless, and just instead of thinking, just make some actions and make some first steps. So if you have any questions, you can leave it in comments under this video. And again, yeah, you can take one of these spots, of course, because you will get me for 11 exercises. You will get my attention, and I'm gonna send you my feedback about your homework. So please, so be subscribed, don't miss any videos from Magic R&D channel. And I think it's my last session on this week for sure, because I will have some trip tomorrow, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna go live next week, because our course, our group is already booked, and I'm gonna start working with these guys. So thank you for your attention, and have a great time.